Hey everybody, I'm Jonathan Willis. I'm the lead trauma instructor, creator of Real World Trauma with Gunset Training Group. I get a lot of questions about the stowage and carriage of the CAT tourniquet and tourniquets in general because I'm a proponent of carrying a primary tourniquet on your person every day of your life, no matter the weather, no matter where you are. I am big on carrying a tourniquet every day. I'm big on carrying a full kit on your person every day of your life, or as much kit as you possibly can. And oftentimes people will say to me that it's impractical or impossible even to carry a primary tourniquet, be it the CAT tourniquet or the soft T, on their person every day. And I totally disagree with that statement. There are flat pack methods with both the soft T and the CAT tourniquet to make them absolutely practical to carry on person every day, kind of no matter your lifestyle. And I think that if you look at the way, or look at many ways to carry either of these tourniquets, you will find that they're absolutely a part of your daily carry and an emergency response solution. The Filster flat pack solution, I forget what it's called. Maybe it's called the flat pack, Filster flat pack. That's a great, easy answer. That has been a great way for a lot of people to pack these in a very small form factor, and I greatly appreciate that as a solution. I came up with a way that I carry my CAT tourniquet every day of my life on person. And if you kind of look at the generic way that a CAT tourniquet comes out of the packaging, and here is one of my CAT tourniquets that I carry on body every day. This is often, well, in the summer I would have this in a pocket. If I'm wearing pants, it would be in an ankle kit, and you'll see that the form factor I'm able to get a CAT tourniquet down to is extremely small. Here's another one. These are very, very small, and obviously this is something that is perfectly small enough to carry on body, on person every day. And if you kind of look at the way the CAT is designed, it's not that difficult to accomplish this extremely small form factor. If you wear an AFAC or an ankle kit, this makes it an even nicer way to carry, because the way we do this, the way we fold this, it completely eliminates exposed Velcro and abrasion or chafing points that are so annoying about the CAT. That is a thing about carrying a CAT that a lot of people complain about, is the exposed Velcro as compared to the soft T. The soft T has no exposed Velcro or anything like that, and obviously people appreciate that, rightfully so. So I'm going to show you the methods that I go through to reduce the form factor and make the CAT tourniquet absolutely usable and carryable on a day-to-day basis. So we'll take this big, stupid thing that you obviously wouldn't carry in your pocket every day, and we will reduce this to a thing that you could and would carry every day. So kind of out of the box, or out of the packaging, which you would obviously remove at every one of your single purchase CATs. Always remove the cellophane from them or the shrink wrap from them, no matter what. We want to get it open and do a few things preliminarily. This little red tip, I always fold these over, because in stowage, if it's kind of married onto itself in storage and everything like that, this Velcro can marry up to a point where it can be a little bit of a pain to separate in the high stress environment. So I always fold this over, kind of like you would fold over the last half inch or so of any roll of tape that you're ever messing with. I always fold this over so that it always leaves a little tab. So what we're going to start with is approximately, it's usually about, I don't know, however long this is. This is about 12 inches of length. And you'll have to play with this to get it right. So about 12 inches folded over on itself. Okay, about 12 inches folded over on itself. So you start with that loop. Completely folded over on itself. All right, that's where we are. Now, from there, you get into here and you take the windlass and you put it into the windlass clips and you shift the windlass into the clip, shift it over to the left side. So you're looking at it about like this. All right, now down here is where you have the folded over part. And you're going to run this up. You're going to keep the buckle down. And you're going to run this up behind it. So all of the length is up behind it. You see the windlass over in the left side of the clip. And all of the material has run up behind the base plate of the CAT. And everything's here. All right. So all this material has run up behind it. Now, the way I do it is I run it up behind it. Now I bring this material in to the clip and I run it down in front of it, like so. I'm going to mess with it a little bit off out of your view. Push the clip down a little bit. And now you see kind of how I have this. All that material is down in front alongside the windlass, and you kind of see how this is all going here. Now, there's a way that you can kind of train this into keeping this low profile so that it stays in this super small form factor. And the easiest way I've kind of found to train this into compliance, for lack of a better description, is the little Ranger band on the end of it, like this. And this only takes a little while to kind of ride in your pocket like that, kind of on the end like so. And that kind of keeps it in that small form factor for a little while. After a little while, this is all going to settle in your pocket. Now, what you notice is on the outside of it, there is no exposed Velcro, except for this pain in the butt over here. I get it. I have my approach to this, and it's somewhat controversial. We'll discuss that in a second. But if you notice the main body of the material, it has no points at which it would contact you, attract lint, bother your skin, or anything like that. So you see it's already very, very small. And we're already getting there. Now, after a while, that's going to compress to a point where it's just going to stay like that. And you see I don't have a Ranger band or anything on the bottom of this at all. And it just stays like that. It just stays super small, and it's not a problem at all. So that's a very small thing. Now, the controversial thing that I do with my pocket carry tourniquets. I don't do this with all of my tourniquets. I do this with my immediate action pocket carry CAT to not be a pain in the butt. So something I do, you'll notice here, a lot of people get spun around, and you can do this a couple of different ways. I know this is blasphemy. You can simply do this. People get spun around the axle about this. Now the same people who get spun around the axle about carrying a tourniquet like this are the same people who will put it into a pouch and close that pouch with Velcro or some other clip or a zipper or what have you. And they'll say they can't possibly open this and apply a tourniquet in the heat of the moment, but they'll store a CAT behind a zipper or another piece of Velcro or a button or a clip or something like that. So if that piece of Velcro being closed allows you to carry a CAT tourniquet on your person every day, then so be it. I couldn't care less. I've done a lot of things under significant amounts of stress, and if that is your biggest barrier to carrying a piece of critical kit like a tourniquet, then you probably have bigger problems. I think that this is not the biggest problem in the world. If this allows you to carry a CAT tourniquet more comfortably, so be it. Do it. It's not blasphemy. You're not going to get killed in the streets. Do the thing. Super low profile, it's perfectly fine. You'll see that I do something a little bit different. That's my way. It's not the way. It's a way. So there's a lot of different ways to skin a cat, and a lot of them are right. Some of them are crazy. It is what it is. But this is, a lot of people have been asking me, this is the way that I flat pack a CAT tourniquet. If you have any questions about it, don't hesitate to hit me up. Also, if you have any questions about it, join me for one of my many offerings of real world trauma with Gunset Training Group. I'll be in Xenia, Ohio for a lot of offerings. I'll also be all over the eastern United States several times this year, having a lot of fun with a lot of great people. So I hope to see you soon, and I'll be coming to you with some other hopefully valuable information for you soon. I want you to all be safe. Take care of each other. Be well. Talk to you soon.